All right, the numbers just came out, so we're comparing now May 2024 to May 2023. And today also the Bank of Canada announced interest rates came down a quarter point. So
yeah, 25 basis.
Sales are down a little over 20%. New listings are up 20%. And active listings are up a little over 80%, which is huge. Now prices are down a little bit, 2.5%. But when you look at where that is, predominantly that's houses in the 905. Houses and condos are down slightly in the city of Toronto, but as we know, there was a big flood of people out to the suburbs when that thing happened a few years ago. But now they're coming back. People often ask me or talk about, oh, the market gonna crash. I'm like, listen, interest rates have quintupled, basically, and prices are they did correct, but for the most part they're flat, maybe down 10%.
Why do you think that though?
I'll give you an example. January 2020, right before the thing happened, I don't want to say the name. I listed a condo. We had 100 showings in 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even know how that physically works. It was in an elevator with keys. It was kind of a nightmare. And we sold that condo in 2 days, and it closed a week later.
Wow.
Yeah. Those market conditions have never really gone away.
Yeah.
They've been messed around with.
Yeah.
But that demand for residential property in the city of Toronto hasn't gone away, and we stopped building things. So at some point, it's really gonna hit ahead, right? As you know, right, commercial side.
Yeah.
Things have slowed in terms of construction.
Yeah, and and office space has been really hit hard. A lot of people are working from home.
Yeah.
So
And people are talking about converting office space to residential, which is done in Calgary, but that's actually kind of expensive.
Those buildings may not be set up for something.
They're not.
Like that,
They're
but
built
they're
differently,
talking about they're talking about government buildings now.
Government, they're probably better.
Maybe converting those, and that's probably better. I've seen one that's been done.
That makes more sense. So so you know, when you build a commercial building, it's just a pillar with the washrooms and all the services, and then they build spokes out and then put the floors, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to convert that to residential because there's no plumbing.
I mean, the other reason why I like Toronto and the GTA, Paul, is that, and why investing in real estate is really good here is that there's no more room to build.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
And we have transit. I mean, it may not be the greatest transit, but, we have transit. This is where, young people especially want to work.
Yeah.
So
that's why people are going to high density housing.
Long-term bullish on Toronto. So, the conversations I've been having with buyers is, now is the time. The bank has signaled they're moving. So, FOMO is going to come back for buyers.
Yeah.
So get ahead of that curve if it's available to you.
Yeah.
And for sellers, this is the exact conversation I had with the seller yesterday. I said, listen, if the bank drops tomorrow, that's today, which they did, and then there's a meeting in July 24th and another meeting in September. If we get 3 consecutive months of rate drops in September, the market's going to be on fire, and that's the time to list your property. No guarantees. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think that's where we're headed.
Yeah.
If you want to talk market rate reductions, I think the Bank of Canada was waiting a little bit for the U.S. Because they get in a pickle if we raise rates much faster, lower
Reduce rates,
much faster than the U.S. because then our dollar changes and imports become more expensive, and that's inflationary.
Yeah.
But the U.S. economy slowed a little bit, so that I think was giving them
our economy is doing a little bit better, and so we led the way.
I don't know.
We're a little bit better, not much better. I don't know about those inflation numbers. I mean, but we're leading the G7 in reduction.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
That's big.
Canada's leading
the reduction rates. So hopefully, the U.S. will follow.
Yeah. It is an interesting time if you're looking to buy or sell, residential or commercial. Let us know. It's interesting times for both. And really these are the times when you need professionals, when you need experienced people in your corner to help you out.